Hello silver friends, this is Joli from QuickSilverHair. So many stylists will tell you that they can whiten your gray hair with bleach. So there is this myth out there that if you have yellowing on your gray hair, it can be bleached away. In this video, I'm going to tell you why that does not work, and I'm going to share with you whether bleach ruined my gray hair or not. You'll notice that I have cut my hair. I cut 6 inches off of my hair. I did it with a ponytail cut down the middle of my back so that I could get a nice straight line across my back, and I saved that ponytail for this experiment. I didn't cut my hair for this experiment. I cut my hair because I wanted to take the ends off because they were getting lower density, they were looking a little scraggly. It was old hair, and as I calculated it, the 6 inches that were at the ends of my hair were 20/20 hair, and I was pretty okay with cutting that off. Anyway, so let's get into this experiment. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was really interesting what happened, and I want to share all of that with you now. First, I needed some supplies, so I purchased some gray hair swatches. These are human hair. So they are designed for color testing. You use these to test hair color on. So I felt like those were perfect for this experiment. And then I bought a box of Bleach Please from Arctic Fox, which has a violet toned bleach in it. So it's supposed to make it a cooler color blonde, and it has a 35 volume developer in it. I first started this experiment by documenting the hair type. The hair type on the swatches is probably low to medium porosity, and it feels pretty fine, so I would say it's fine to medium. It's obviously not one person's hair. These swatches are a collection of hair from different donations. They are soft, they don't feel rough or anything, and this hair is straight. My hair is fine, and I would guess that the ends of my hair were actually more towards the medium side of porosity. They could have been a little bit low depending on the health of the section of hair. My hair is wavy and it is silky soft. I labeled 5 of the swatches, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I had, of course, my swatch of hair from my own head. I laid them out on foil except for 0. 0 was my original starting point, so I didn't bleach one of them as I went along so that I could see the changes as I laid them out. I coated each one with bleach mixed per the instructions on the box. I processed each sample for 30 minutes. I rinsed, shampooed, and dried the hair, and then I photographed it. I did all of my photographs in natural light, one set inside and one set outside. This did take a long time for me to do this process because I had to do 30 minutes of processing, rinsing, drying, and repeat. I repeated the process 4 times, so the last sample was bleached 4 times, including my own hair. So with the first pass, I noticed a few things. The hair was orange looking. It definitely was very orange and reddish looking with my hair because my hair has a red pigment to it naturally, so my Born With It color actually showed up in the bleaching process, which I found pretty interesting. The hair became dry. It is still pretty soft and smooth, so the first pass of bleach wasn't too bad, but I do notice that there was a small amount of breakage. On the second pass, you can definitely tell that the hair became more yellow, so you can see it's much more yellow. It is much drier. It dried very quickly with the diffuser, and it does feel a little bit like straw. It became way more difficult to comb. Like, I can't really comb my fingers through it right now. And it is noticeably frizzier. You can see along the base how frizzy it got. My hair surprised me. Its strength was pretty good. It was just getting rougher with each pass. The third pass, the hair color didn't change too much. I believe this is probably because of the nature of this product, but it did become stiffer, more straw-like, and much frizzier. You can see how the base is starting to flay out. It's very hard to comb, and it had a significant amount of breakage and frizz. I did notice with my hair there was a significant amount of roughness, the increase of roughness, and it became a little bit lighter but I didn't notice any breakage or anything, so my hair seems to be a little stronger than this hair. On the fourth pass, it became very straw-like. It became almost uncombable. It is very frizzy. There was a significant amount of breakage, and overall, the integrity of the hair is completely lost. I would say this is definitely a high porosity, grade 5, level 5 porosity situation. Going through the images, you can see as I laid them out, the progression of how each strand started to get a little bit more bulky and frizzy and drier looking. And even though it didn't lighten as much as I expected it to on the fourth pass, it significantly damaged the hair. You can really tell the damage based on looking at the ends of the hair. In this photo, you can see that they really fray out each pass with the bleach. Bleach damages the hair no matter what. It has to. It has to get up underneath the cuticle, get to the pigment to alter it, and your porosity will go up. No matter what additives you add to the bleach, the porosity will change to level 4 or 5. It will always yellow. There is no way around that. In order to go from a level 1 to a level 12, you have to go through all the ranges of color. So if you're starting here in the bleaching process, you'll have to go through all of these colors to get to here. But this is where you get to. You can't get much lighter than this. And if you get it to white, it will actually cause the hair to melt. You have to go through several bleaching processes to make it to here because it takes one bleaching process per 2 shades. So in order to go from here to here, it is reasonable to believe that you would have to do 4 passes with bleach. You cannot bleach to white. So why does hair turn yellow when you bleach it? It lifts warm because of the melanin in our hair. Eumelanin is the black and brown pigment in your hair, and pheomelanin is the yellow and red pigment in your hair. They are all warm pigments, so when you start bleaching them, the warmth comes up. The total amount of melanin in your hair dictates how dark or light your hair is. The ratio between eumelanin and pheomelanin is what dictates the color of your hair. White is when you have absolutely no melanin left in your hair. But anywhere in your hair where you still have a color to it, even if it's gray, it still has eumelanin or pheomelanin in it. When you bleach it, the warmth will come up, and that's what creates that yellow hue. And white hair turns yellow simply due to oxidative stress. There is peroxide in bleach, and when you put peroxide on white hair, it will turn it yellow. So the last question to answer is, did the bleach ruin my gray hair? Absolutely, completely ruined it. You can see that it turned this straw-like yellow color. It's stiff. It does still have a little bit of a silky feel to it, which surprises me. I guess that just proves the health of my hair overall. But I am so grateful that when I decided to ditch the dye, that I did not bleach my hair. And I thought about it. I looked everywhere for someone who would bleach it for me and get all the red out of my hair. And I am so glad after doing this experiment that I did not do that, because as I was doing this experiment and I was feeling the changes in my hair, I realized how that would feel all over, and it to me would just feel awful. One of the things I love about my gray hair is that it is very silky and it's very soft, and I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. If you have a stylist who tells you that they can whiten your hair with bleach, do not do it. Hit stop, tell them no way, thank you, but I'm out. Because it will ruin your gray hair and you cannot undo it, because there's nothing you can do after it has been altered with bleach to fix it. Of course, you will have to put toners on it to cool it back down so that it's not so brassy and orangey looking, and you'll have to grow it back off. In this video, I have discussed several things that I've written about in blog posts. If you want to learn more about porosity, hair type, and hair dyes, I will link all of those in the description box below. Please share this video because I would like to spread the word that bleach is not the friend of a gray-haired person. It will not help us with yellowing. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and while you're down there, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to see you next time. Until then, shine on.